up? What's up? What's the word, y'all? It's your girl, She's Perfection. And I'm here with my main man, Mayan. Mayan, what's good?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? We back again like we never left. And you know, it's Munya Sig across all our platforms, and we back again.
Yes, it looks like we might be on our 10th episode, right?
Episode number 10.
Episode
That's
number
a big
10.
one. Double digits.
We're in double digits?
Double digits.
Yay, shout out to us. We doing big things.
We're doing big things. We stayed consistent.
Yes,
Shout outs to
yes.
you for staying consistent.
Shout out to you for staying consistent.
And producer, of course. Everybody
Yes.
stay consistent. Episode number 10.
Absolutely. So how your week been, Mayan?
My week has been steady, kind of getting cold, you know what I'm saying? But I feel good. I'm in good spirits and everything. How your week been?
My week actually been good. You know, today was a little rocky, was a little rough. You know how life happens. You know, life always seems to throw you curveballs. It's just one of them days, you know.
It be like that sometimes.
That a girl goes through. You know, I want to be all alone. I want to be bothered. So, you know, it's one of them days. But hey, you still got to do what you got to do.
You showed up.
You still got to show up.
You showed up.
You know, you still got to show up. You know, no excuses. So, that's how my week and my day been. But I am ready. I'm ready for y'all today.
Yeah.
I'm ready for y'all today. It's the fall season. We got on our fall attire.
Yeah.
We feeling real cozy, getting ready for Thanksgiving, getting ready for Halloween. We ready for this weather here in Dallas to break so that we can cool off a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, because 90 degrees in October is odd. Okay, it's pretty strange for it to still be 90 in the middle of October. So I'm concerned about that a little bit.
We're going to be good.
We're going to be good. We're going to be good.
We're going to be good. And before we even get off that topic, shout outs to you because this podcast rather is called Get It Off Your Chest. And I feel like you just got something off your chest about, you know, sometimes you get days when you're not 100%, you know, sometimes you don't feel like you want to go to the job. Sometimes as parents, we feel like we don't, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't want to get up out of bed. Sometimes you just feeling under the weather a little bit. And this is real life, what we talking about right here.
Exactly.
And, you know, we just sharing moments with y'all because sometimes life really be like that. And you just got to show up, and you showed up. So that's what's important, you know what I'm saying? Because it's real. So, you know, shout outs to you for that.
I do my best.
And shout outs to y'all because I definitely know there's going to be somebody watching this who can relate to that.
Heck yeah. You know, being a parent, single parent for that matter, it's not easy. You know,
Right.
I worked and then, you know, went to go and lay down because I was exhausted and laid down for an hour. My phone kept ringing. Lay down for an hour. Had to go pick up the kids. So I barely even had that time to really recuperate and, you know, to enjoy a good nap. The much needed nap. Had to go and get the kids and get dinner, then get ready for the podcast. And then, you know, it's just a lot that goes on.
Yeah.
You know, with being an adult. You know, adulting is ghetto.
You can say that again. And now I feel like nowadays, it'd be a lot of people that kind of be going through it like that. And you don't have nobody to talk to because you want to go all the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, shout outs to y'all for showing up and doing. Shout outs to you and shout outs to all the parents. You know what I mean? I was feeling like that the other week actually, and y'all was like, "Come on, when you let's," you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout outs to you.
Yeah, you still showed up and you still pushed through, and that's what's inspiring me today. So I'm gonna show up and push through, and get this thing rolling.
Episode number 10, we here, baby.
Number 10. Woo.
Let's go.
Shout out to us. So we have some pretty good topics. We got some pretty good topics. We definitely want to get into our topics, and we definitely want to be able to give y'all the opportunity to call in and chime in on our topics. Or if you just want to call in and get something off your chest, we want to make sure that we put that time aside for y'all as well. Okay. And I think, should we go straight into the topics? Because I know we did get a DM. This girl told us her story. Maybe we can get into some of the topics first, and then we'll go to read the DM and see what the ladies think about the DM. Because when I read it, I'm like, oh my God, I had so much to say about it. So
yeah, let's get into the topics, and then if we don't get calls, if the calls are a little bit low, we can talk about the DMs.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so our first topic today, okay, is going to be. We have a call already. We love y'all. Get it off your chest, podcast.
Hotline. Who we got on the phone?
You know. Oh, this Lou.
Here we go. Yes, here we go, Lou.
What y'all got going on? What's the topic?
Lou, you already know we is getting started. You must got us. You must got the notification on. You gotta have a notification on.
He subscribed.
Oh,
you already know I pay that $10 a month to fix y'all. Feel me?
Serious. You ain't wrong. We just getting started. We just cranking this thing up. Right now we just about to get into the topics. We wanted to see if there was anything you wanted to get off your chest before we read you one of these topics.
Hey man, mention the chat. Feel me? We're gonna go a little deeper in this motherfucker though.
Let's go.
My heart is in. I found the one. I found a little angel. G, I ain't gonna lie, folks. She told everything, folks. She told everything. I ain't even get the coochie either. That's crazy. I ain't even in. It's been like years, bro. So it's like, you know.
You ain't hit yet. So you in love and you ain't hit yet.
Man, I ain't think I could be able to do that, but it's the first one in my 32 years to ever had me like that.
Well, that's good. That's good. Is it any benefits, like from a male's perspective, are there any benefits in relationships when the female don't give up the coochie?
Don't give up the coochie. I'm telling y'all, I used to be dissing motherfuckers, moving around, all that when they gave up the coochie. Even if they didn't give up the coochie.
Mm-hmm.
But now, don't give up the coochie. If that nigga fucking with you, he'll wait. If I do this, you feel me? Trust me, man. You don't know, man. I'm doing it. You get what I'm saying? So, as far as a female, if he the one, say that little box. You feel me? Say that box. You know, you gonna once he hit it anyways, you get what I'm saying? If he hit it early, he ain't gonna like your ass. That's why so many girls going through so many different niggas, because once we get the coochie, it's like, if you just part of my collection, you feel me? You irritate, move around. It's on to the next bed on. So if you say that cool.
Yeah.
And y'all mingle, y'all can spend the night and sleep in the bed and talk and you know, everything else. It's bigger than this.
Okay, give us some insight on how do men value a female who make him wait? So do you value this female? How do you look at this female that's saving the coochie and not giving it to you versus somebody who would give it to you on the first night or give it to you quick? What kind of respect do you have for this girl who has not slept with you yet?
See, I mean, you giving up that shit fast, I ain't special. You know what I'm saying? What's special about me? You could have gave 20 more niggas it up, or you might need a place to live, or need a car to drive, or something on some tricky shit. Like, why can't you wait to give up your coochie? Why have you given up that little spot early?
So
there's no way for you to be giving that shit up.
Do it make you like her more? Do it make you like this girl more who has not given it up to you?
I told her today, you blew my balloon back up, baby.
What is blowing your balloon back up?
Man, you know the balloon, the flat end, that makes you feel me? Warms me back up. You feel me? I told my little ass on change. You got me going to work happy. Got me going to work happy. Got me. He ain't got no kids. Oh man, listen, man. I don't even want to get on her. I don't want to. You feel me? Like, man, listen, man.
Well,
when I say, man, look.
Shout out to her. Hopefully she can see this. And she can hear all the good things that you saying about her because she held out. You know, she held out. She keeping the cooch from him. And this man is gloating and glowing.
Sound like Lewis in love.
Yes, he ain't pussy whipped. He in love. This might be love.
Yeah, I ain't
we know where he's from.
It sound like my boy caught him a good one, man.
all the motherfucking catfish, shorty. You feel me? A bitch one, geez. I'm talking about like he already know. He ain't even gotta listen. I tell her straight up, like, shorty, I ain't gonna lie, for like this ain't no feeling I got, especially getting out of a relationship. And man, listen, ain't nothing nobody can do to bring me down at this point right now. As long as I'm getting texted from her, that's how I feel. But
Right.
I don't want to talk to nobody else. All my little hoes, gee, they can move the fuck around. Gee, this is one of them type of. But you me, I don't want to talk to nobody but her. Family bitch, you with her bitch. You feel me? All really.
We got a comment for you, Lou. The girl asks, "What if she's saving and she holding out on sex and you trash?"
I already know on my mama. See, I always married for this bitch. I mean, for this girl. Fucking you talking about? This one of them type of girl.
She say, what if the girl saving and the dude just trash? Somebody in the comments said, what if she's saving it and then she do finally give it to you and it's trash?
Your ass a goofy because who give a fuck about her pussy? It's her energy. It's her everything. Her energy, her body. It's everything is all. Who give a fuck about her pussy? You know, I ain't had that shit. No.
Lou.
Now, I'm gonna go right now, buddy. Oh, geez.
Right. And Lord, if you want speakerphone, speak right into the phone. If you want speakerphone, because you're breaking up a little bit.
You hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. I wanted to say, Lou. I wanted to say.
I
wanted to say, just I feel like me. I want to hurry up and get it out the way. I want to cooch. I can't wait for like you got to give me mine. You know, I can't wait like no month or none of that. You know, we finna get it out the way real quick so I can know, you know, what I'm dealing with. You know, I'm grown. I ain't finna just wait and what we waiting for. I mean, she got kids. I mean, you got 5 kids and you want me to wait? You know what I'm saying? Nah, we ain't doing that.
No.
You just don't want to fuck it up at me getting the coochie leaving her because I'm telling you as a man, I don't know what's up. But as a man, I didn't have sex with plenty of women and I never looked at them the same after that. I'm talking about they coming over to my crib. I'm not going out to eat. None of that shit. You know me? You gonna start this shit out. You know, that's how you started. Come over, we gonna do and you gonna slide. So it's like, as a woman, you have to value yourself. You get what I'm saying? Don't worry about when no nigga want to fucking, you feel me? If you know you got some good fucking, it's what it is. But the longer you make him wait, he's going to adapt feelings for you.
That's if you're willing. That's if you're willing to wait. That's if he feels as if you're worth the wait. If he actually like you, you know. So if his intentions with meeting you is just to sleep with you, he probably gonna get impatient in the wait.
But yeah.
You like her. You have to. You still wait. Like I'm starting to realize this, man. Like y'all don't know me like that, but I'm one of them niggas. Bro. So I'm telling y'all, wait for that cookie. All the men after.
Yeah, I was gonna say, y'all gotta remember, some men, like we spoke about this before, some men are they're gonna wait, you know. They're gonna wait. They're gonna wait it out. Their first intentions, if they plan on hitting it and you know, and getting up out of there, they're gonna wait regardless, and they're gonna pretend like you know, you know what I'm saying. So it really, because I do be feeling like if it's, you know, if I hit it like in a month, or if you don't keep me waiting and it's good, and I'm really messing with you like that, I'ma stay. I'm not gonna try and mess it up. You know what I'm saying?
But I think that's from a physical standpoint. You know, I think what Lou is telling us from a more so it's a spiritual thing.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's a spiritual connection. You know, it's a spiritual connection. This is bigger than. Yeah, this is bigger than just sex, you know, whether if it's good or not. Even if it's bad, it can't be bad because you already spiritually connected with this girl and you already invested with your emotions. So even if it is a little bad, you so invested emotionally, it's still going to be good to you.
Oh, right.
Yeah. You know, the coochie don't even matter at this point. I ain't lying.
The coochie don't matter as long as on the spiritual side of things, everything is copacetic and is connected. The cooch not even gonna matter if y'all are not connected that way. In that way,
man, I'm gonna tell you this. When she come around me, man, I got feelings I ain't never got. I know I sound like a hoe or whatever the fuck, but I got feelings I ain't never had. Like, I feel like her spirit is hugging my spirit, G. Like,
I
I didn't
love, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
I like to hear that.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
You got to let us know how this turns out in about the 3 to 6 months. You know, you got to let us know how this turns out. This is great.
This is turning out.
This is great. I mean, think about it. We all get those mushy feelings in the beginning when there's something.
Oh yeah, for real.
We all feel like this is the one. Oh, I want to have his baby and I want to marry him. You know, this is the one, and you want to go all in. You know, and then, you know, you cross certain lines or do certain things, and then, you know, it starts to dwindle down.
Yeah.
You know, this feeling is not a feeling that's going to last forever. It's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It is.
Yeah,
it's great.
Once the novelty wears off, it's going to be something different.
I already known her. You get what I'm saying? I didn't known her. You know, when I was, even in the relationship, she was more of a friend before any of this. So it's more deep down to it than, you know, me. I ain't just meet the girl. She was there when I was hurt. She was there when I was crying. You feel me? She was crying. We did went in bookstores, drinking coffee, reading books. I'm doing all type of crazy things. You feel me? But now that I'm single and she's single, and you know that friendship is like locked in, because we keep kind of like, you feel me, coming back like you feel me? It's like it just, I can't explain. This is how it sounds, man. You feel what I'm saying? So this is a good feeling. So it ain't nothing new.
Hey, I gotta say this, man. You know, I'll be talking to my brothers. I'll be like, yo, just don't get lost in the sauce, because I feel like being a man, you can't allow yourself to don't let the emotions take over the logic. You know what I'm saying? Peep game, and it's cool to be in love and to be feeling like this. It's a good feeling. Just don't lose yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just base it off of, just have a balance. Don't let one thing overshadow the other to the point where it's like, okay, because, you know, like as Miss Perfection is saying, sometimes when the novelty wears off, after a while, you know, things can change. So yeah. I mean, enjoy it, but
yeah, enjoy it, soak it in, you know, and you know, and just, you know, make the best out of it while you can. Make the best out of it. Ain't nothing like that new thing.
Ain't nothing like that new thing.
That's what we said on the last episode. Ain't nothing like
until it become an old thing.
Until it become an old thing, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we wish you the most.
Yeah, me singing. Oh, I think singing so wrong, but no, it's like, oh, I mean, yeah, everybody loves, but hey, man, shit, I can do this forever if it takes not getting no coochie.
Hey,
I'm cool with it.
Hey, well, I like that. You know, you hear that, ladies? Hold out on it for a little while. Make him wait, and if he ain't willing to wait, then he ain't the one.
And if your ass turn wait, you might need to blame your mama or something, because you should not be giving up your coochie that quick anyways. Like, at all. Like, ain't no point of you giving. You supposed to only have sex with one person anyways. All the way through Jesus days, you supposed to have one husband, one significant other, all that shit. So it's like you having all these different men fucking on you. That's like a turnoff when you get to that top man. Like, that's gonna make your pussy not good. Fucking all these men, then you're gonna be worried about your pussy not good. Stop fucking. You shouldn't have to worry about that. You fuck 2 or 3 niggas in your life, 4, 5 niggas, you good then. You know your pussy good.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. Everybody different.
Shout out to her. We're gonna have to revisit this conversation in a couple months. But we rooting for you. We rooting for her. We hoping that, you know, that y'all can hang in there and keep y'all spirits hugging each other. I love love. So I'm hoping that this thing really go all the way, you know, and that's for everybody, not just you. But when I see people mushing and they feel like they found the one and, you know, it's good, I love that phase. It's the phase when it starts to get tough, you know, when she do decide to get you the cooch, because you don't know how you're going to be once she give it to you. You don't know what you're going to turn into or how it's going to change or how she may change. So, you know, we just got to hold on and wait and see.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see it right now. I ain't even thinking about cooch.
Yeah. Well, shout out to you.
I ain't even worried
You
about
the first man I ever heard say that.
On the real. Hey, and I ain't gay. You hear me? So we cut that shit short for all the viewers and shit, because I know y'all be talking about booty and all that goofy shit, G. So I'm trying something different now.
Yeah,
I'm trying something that niggas don't do.
Right. If it ain't worked, then if whatever you've been doing all this time haven't worked, why not try something new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, y'all, we gonna get off my girl, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get up with y'all Thursday.
Yes, next
Shout outs
Thursday.
to you,
Next
Lou, man.
Thursday.
We
Shout out to you,
appreciate you,
Louis. Good
man.
luck,
We
man.
appreciate your call. Hold it down. All the best to y'all. Peace.
It ain't nothing like good old young love.
Yeah. It's a good thing. I just be feeling like talking from experience and being the older statesman that I am. You know, I be feeling like you have to assess every situation that you get in accordingly. You can't, and being a man, being a leader, you have to get into a situation with logic. You know what I'm saying? You can't afford to just go in there with your feelings and dive in those first. You know what I'm saying? Just assess the situation, separate your feelings from logic, look at the situation and deal with it accordingly. Even when it comes to the females too, when you're dealing with a dude, deal with it accordingly. Because here's the thing. It just really depends, because I feel like women, it depends with who they dealing with. If Chris Brown, if a female was dealing with Chris Brown and he wanted to crack it the first night, I bet you she's not gonna be like, you're not finna make Chris Brown wait for a month.
I mean, because clearly you know that this ain't somebody you can have a life with, a love life, a marriage. This ain't somebody who, because you you're pretty much just like lusting over a Chris Brown type of dude. And you know that 9 out of 10 times, this ain't somebody you finna end up with.
So that's my point right there. You see the female, so what you just did right there, you use logic. You dig that?
Yeah.
You use logic. When it came to Chris Brown, you were like, okay, this somebody that, but he gonna crack it, right?
Damn, I mean, why you gotta ask me about what I was? I mean, it's Chris Brown. Shit,
I'm just saying.
Chris Brown, what you want me to do?
See,
no?
that's what I'm saying. So
it's
fellas,
Chris Brown.
You got to use logic.
Right, you got to be careful.
You got to be careful. That's just what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I rest my case.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, but hey, it's Chris Brown. I mean, I'm sure the ladies can feel me on that. But what are the odds? What are the odds of that actually even happening and things like that? But when you just meeting a normal guy and you like him and you want this thing to last, you don't want it to just be friends with benefits type of situation. Absolutely. You will want to try to make them wait, make them get to know you. Make them get to know you, make them get used to you, make him, just try to have him more involved outside of the physical, outside of him wanting to just sleep with you. Get him involved emotionally, see what he's going through, see where his mind at, try to help him and, try to build him up if that's what he need or, whatever it is that you want to do. Try to get him more involved outside of just being a physical thing, because a lot of women don't want to just be a fuck, Some people just don't want to just have sex and be on to the next and continue to live that cycle. But I do say, guys, fellas, hit me out, okay? If you ain't got no intentions with being with this woman and you just want to have sex with her, tell her that. And if you can't tell her that directly, at least give her some hints and some signs and let her know that you just trying to crack, okay? You ain't trying to settle down. You ain't trying to be with her. Be vocal. Give the girl some kind of idea that you ain't trying to be with her. You just want to hit it.
You just want to hit it.
Be real.
There's honesty.
That saves everybody time.
That's on everybody's time. Honesty is the name of the game. That's what I was saying. I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to rain on real love and real relationship. I just feel like real feelings and real love and all the stuff you're talking about, you have to reserve it for the right person. So when you're dealing with people, you know what I'm saying? Just go in there with your logic, not nose first, because you might mess around and get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Deal with every situation accordingly.
Yeah, be smart, be patient, get to know each other, get to know a person before you start making those kind of decisions. And I feel like just enjoy the time. Everything ain't meant to last forever. Just enjoy what it is for that moment and until it's no longer that.
Yeah. I feel you.
You know,
Yeah.
it gets real out here, and it gets real in the field.
It gets real in the field. But you was gonna Luke Carter's, but you was gonna get into the topics because I think it's a good segue to get into the topic, the first topic that we're gonna talk about.
Yeah. So speaking of all of the relationship stuff we've been talking about, that leads us to our first topic. Okay. So our first topic is if someone has never been married, okay, male or female, is there a certain age where marriage is no longer an option? So if you have never been married, is 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, is any of those ages where you say, you know what, this ain't gonna happen, I give up?
Right. That's a good question.
What do you think, Manyan?
Y'all hit us up on 469-796-6719.
Let us know what y'all think. But Manyan, what you think?
I think no. I think you could get married at any. I compare it to like getting money. You can get money when you're 19. You can get money when you're 30. You can get money when you're 50. It just really depends. See, the thing about it is you cannot categorize. Everybody has their time to shine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it don't matter. Some people get lucky in love like early. Some people get lucky in love late. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It just really depends what you're looking for, what you're preparing for, you know what I'm saying? Circumstances and everything. But I feel like it's not too late.
It's never too late.
It's never too late. You can get married at 80 and be an old player.
For real. There. Yeah. I do feel like it's never too late.
That's how I feel.
And I've gotten to a point in my life where it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna give up. You know, it is what it is. The new generation is crazy. The men are delusional. You know, other women are making it harder for good women. But, you know, I had to really sit back and evaluate some things like, heck no. You know, it's still possible. It's still possible. It may not be, you know, what's meant for you right now. But, you know, if that's something that you desire, keep striving for it. Keep working on it. Keep waiting on it. Be patient. You know, we seen a clip where it says, don't rush into it because it is a gift. As a matter of fact, let's get that clip pulled up because I think this woman really explained the wait for being married.
Don't idolize marriage. Marriage is real ministry. Marriage, I believe, is a gift, and many people don't look at it as a gift. We often talk about it as an assignment or ministry, but it really is a gift. And so don't rush it. Embrace who you're becoming. Love on you. Singleness is also a gift. Don't allow social media to rush you. Because one of the trends that I see is that everybody wants to get married and, you know, everybody wants the big wedding. It's so much bigger than the wedding. It's two people that are becoming one. And so not only is it ministry, and ministry can be hard work, but it's a gift. Take your time. It's all right.
I agree.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that. I agree with that. Yeah. It's a gift. Being single is a gift. Being married is a gift. Being alive is a gift. So ain't no timeline to these things.
Exactly.
You know, because that's how I'll be talking about a lot of the times when we come on here, we having these conversations. I like to have conversations with people, and I like to have a balanced conversation because life is about balance. And I feel like a lot of the issues that we have in relationships, and the relationships, especially between men and women, is the power struggles again. You know what I'm saying? But I like how she put it across. Like nothing is bigger than the other.
Right.
You know, it just depends what what you're down for.
And then it's like, wait, you know, with her saying like it's work, it's hard work, it's ministry, you know, that makes me a little bit more patient because, you know, as bad as we may want to be married or want to settle down, marriage is something that you cannot prepare for.
Right.
You know, you can't prepare for marriage because you've never, in our case, never been through that, you know? So it's like, it is going to be hard work. And I feel like if I'm going to be married, it ain't ending. This is it. You know, I'm not trying to get divorced and do it all over with somebody. So I definitely used to get discouraged in my weight and be like, okay, you know, I need a companionship. I need a partner. I need help. I need this. I need that. But now it's like, I'm loving on me, you know, I'm loving on me. Like she said, I'm noticing, you know, my issues and trying to correct those things. And I'm trying to make myself become a better woman, a better mom, and a better future wife for somebody. So I'm working on me. And it's never too late. It's never too late.
No, it's never too late.
It's never too late. You know, when the time is right for you, it will happen.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It will happen.
And I just wanted to say to like what you said, you like the newer generation. I don't know about marriage or whatever. I feel like nothing is new under the sun. You know what I'm saying? There's always hope. If that's the life that you want and you know, walk in that direction, and you're going to find somebody that really resonate with that, because nothing new under the sun. A relationship always been complicated. You know what I'm saying? I think nowadays, because we have social media, everything is kind of like publicized. You get to see, we have lenses on everybody's relationships. Whereas before, we didn't really get to see, but it was always there. You know, dudes been running around out here doing some crazy stuff, and the ladies it was even more crazier back in the day, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, don't give up on marriage, and it ain't no age limit to it. If that's what you want, work towards that. Make sure you prepare yourself for the life that you want. You know what I'm saying? It's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel, male or female. For sure.
I just got to get me ready. So it looks like we have a comment. Okay. My girl said, I'm in love with a man who doesn't want to date me, but I can't let him go. I want to keep trying with him in hopes he will change his mind. What should I do? My good sis. My good sis.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you say it first. My good
sis. I've been through this. I've been there. You know what you got to do? You have to put yourself in a position where it's you or him. Do you value yourself more, or do you love and value this man more? Because that is the most important thing. When you love yourself enough and you value yourself and you have this level of confidence where you're not going to let somebody even play on your top like that, sis. I'm sure you know what you bring to the table. I'm sure you know what you bring to the table. And I'm sure you know that you're worthy to be loved just the way you're giving it. In my opinion, as hard as it may be, because I've been there. I've been in that situation. But you have to let it go. People don't change. You can't hope that he changes. You know, if he wants you and if he wants to change and he wants to be with you, he would have already made that clear. Don't wait around to see if he changed his mind. Okay? It ain't you. It ain't you're not good enough, or you're not pretty enough, or you're not this, you're not that. It's him. You know, maybe you are just not the person for him, and that is okay. That is okay. What helped me get through that moment of insecurity, because I think it's a moment of insecurity when you're chasing someone who you know don't want you. What helped me get through that moment of insecurity is just think about all the bad things he did. Keep thinking about all the bad things he did and all the bad things he said and how he treated you. Just keep thinking about how you felt in the moment when he told you he didn't want your ass. Think about, you know, how to hurt, just continue to remind yourself on how bad he made you feel when he's ever said anything hurtful, or if he's done anything hurtful where he disrespected you. Just keep focusing on the things that he did that you don't like. So.
You think she focusing on the good stuff he did?
Yeah, that's what keep us there. we get stuck on the potential and what things could have been and what things should have been. And you thought it was this, and I thought it was that, and I thought we was locked in, and we did X, Y, Z. And you keep playing all of this in your mind on how it should have worked because it felt so good. However, that's not the reality. You know, you living in what could have been, which probably more than likely would have never been if he don't want you back, if he's not reciprocating that. So just focus on everything he did to hurt you and disrespect you and make you feel lower than what you think you're actually worth. So
I wonder how long they've been together for. Do we say it in the comments?
No. They never been together, I don't think. No, I'm sorry. Right. I'm so sorry you want this because that is not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling, you know. You know, being in love with somebody who don't want to be with you.
Yeah,
that's a horrible feeling. It's hard to get through that, but one day at a time, and just keep focusing on
you.
Yeah. Your confidence, bettering yourself, and just know that everything that he can't give you, somebody else possibly can. And when somebody else do, how good it's gonna feel, you know?
Yeah.
Just focus on meeting the right person. Cause
you took the words right out of my mouth. I feel like women and men, I feel like you just got to focus on your purpose, right? The right person is going to find you. If you make finding a relationship your purpose, 9 times out of 10, a lot of the times you're going to crash. You know what I'm saying? Walk in your purpose. Try to better yourself. You know what I'm saying? Men and women, get your stuff together, and all that you deserve gonna gravitate towards you. You know what I'm saying? Stop sticking around. If somebody ain't messing with you, it's all good. Charge it to the game.
And
all the way to the game and do you. You know what I'm saying? And you already have the answers. I feel like some people be asking some stuff when you already know the answer. You know what I'm saying? You already know you should, be out of there.
And then not only that, it's more easier said than done, right, ladies? I'm sure you're going through a hard time. Like I said, I've been there. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's hard to deal with those feelings and deal with those thoughts and getting lonely and wanting to be with this person and knowing you can't. But trust me, just focus on everything he did to make you feel bad. Keep reminding yourself of what you felt, how that hurted when he disrespected you, when he did those things. Keep focusing on that, and that's gonna keep you. I'm telling you, that's gonna keep you strong, girl. It's a fight. It is a fight. It is a fight. But I feel like focus on yourself, girl. Focus on God. Do something. Get a hobby. If you got kids, focus on your kids. You know what I mean? Love on your kids.
Right.
It ain't fun, laying in the bed at night by yourself and wanting to be held and touched and all of this. That ain't fun. But you still gotta fight through it, because guess what? You value yourself more than somebody else. You have to love yourself in order for you to give any type of love to anybody else. And maybe he see that. I feel like men don't want no woman who don't love themselves. Like,
nah, nobody do.
Yourself.
If you don't love yourself, how the hell you gonna be loving on me if you don't even love yourself? It's like if you don't respect yourself and you don't love yourself, I don't expect you to be loving on me, because you don't got no love or respect for yourself. So you're right.
Stand on business.
Straight up.
Stand on business, girl. Mm-hmm. Keep it moving. I hope that helped.
There's a comment there. I think somebody said relationships are more than behavior that you observe. It entails inner work. The ones that can't read won't comprehend true love. Yeah.
Can't read.
The ones that can't read, I think that's what's that in the comments? I got my little
relationships are more than behaviors that you observe.
Yeah.
It entails inner work. Yes, absolutely. The ones that can't read won't comprehend true love. Yes. Yeah. It does take a lot of inner work.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah, it does take a lot of inner work. Love yourself, Love yourself. Don't bring yourself down. Don't bring yourself down to meet nobody expectations. You know what I mean? Stand strong stand on business.
Stand on business.
Y'all know
use
what
logic. Logic over emotion. Logic over emotion.
Stand on business.
What's that comment say? Now I wonder how many men in the chat love the what? More than
the twat.
More man, I know. I be wearing glasses. Y'all be spelling things a little different. I can't, man. Can you see that? You got perfect eyesight.
He said, now I wonder how many men in this chat love the twat more than they woman. Yeah. That's how they be. A lot of men be just creepy, freaky beings. They just be wanting the sex, and it just
not a lot of men. Just
it be ridiculous. It be ridiculous.
Profession, you got to stop saying a lot of men, because it's not everybody now. It's not a lot.
Please don't get me wrong. It's never not all. And I love my good men out there. I really do. I love the good men. And
come on now.
I do not put all men in the same category, because
there it is.
It's some good brothers.
Somebody had to say it.
It is some good brothers. Me personally, I have never, unfortunately, came across one for myself.
Right.
But I do know plenty of good brothers out there. I got plenty of homeboys, plenty of brothers, plenty of cousins who are good men. So no, don't ever think that I'm generalizing guys all in one, because I'm not. So
because there's a lot of good men out here, ladies.
Yes, it is. It is. And keep y'all hopes up. Don't give up. Don't give up. What I want to do is I want to read a DM that this girl sent.
Oh yeah.
And I want to get y'all opinion because she had the tea. Okay.
Yeah.
So she said that okay, she said hi. She said she has been dating this guy for 6 months. Okay. And she said that she's been dating this guy for 6 months and something occurred to where they kind of stopped dating. But in the process of them dating, he stopped having sex with her. That's crazy.
Okay.
Okay. She said he stopped having sex with her.
Right.
She caught him with another girl and she left. However, he contacted her 3 months later and wanted to have sex with her again.
Right.
Am I tripping or do this nigga think I'm stupid? Girl. Okay, so
Hey.
did y'all get that? So basically, she been dealing with a dude. He stopped having sex with her. Okay, and she caught him with another girl. She left. Then months later, he contacted her saying that he wanted to have sex with her. Is she tripping or what? Or he thinks she's stupid? Yeah, baby, he think you stupid.
You know what's going on.
You know what's going on,
You
girl.
know what's going on.
But my question is, why did he? Why did? I wish she can call in. Why did he stop having sex? Why did y'all stop having sex? And y'all been together for 6 months. Why did y'all all of a sudden stop having sex?
Yeah, there got to be more to the story.
There's more to the story.
There's more to the story.
Yeah, that ain't adding up.
If y'all are watching this, or if you watching this, give us a call. But it's crazy. There got to be more to the story. But
maybe he like Lou was saying, maybe he got tired of sleeping with her, wanted to get something new, and then start missing sleeping with her, or realized there wasn't nothing out there, and then wanted to come back, or so maybe that was his way of coming back.
Yeah.
Girl, he think you're stupid. He playing.
Here's my thing. Me personally, when I'm dealing with somebody and they start moving funny or they start doing something I don't understand, I don't even try and put some reasoning behind it. You start moving fugazi, I just move you all the way to the left. I'm not even going to try and legitimize it, try and investigate what's going on. Yeah. You put yourself in the category, stay right over there.
Right.
I ain't even going to be like, oh, I wonder what they were going through or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If it feel funky, 9 times out of 10, it's funky for a reason. Mm-hmm. That's what I got to say about that.
Keep your head on the swivel.
Yeah.
Because the dating world is crazy. Let me tell y'all, I went on a date.
Right.
And, okay, with a nice gentleman, he was nice. And I ain't gonna even tell y'all about the basics of the date because the date actually turned out good. Right. However, in the process of us communicating, like, hey, we're gonna go to this location. And, he told me to go to this location. However, that location was like 40 minutes away from me. So I said, hey, well, we can still go to the same restaurant, but, there's one like 20 minutes away from me. Can we go to that one instead? Mm-hmm. So he was like, sure, we can go to that one, but it's 30 minutes away from me. So basically saying like, well, you want to change the location so it can be closer to you, but now that location is just as further from me than it was for you, Right. So now it's like he's telling me, yes, we could do that. However, he also said that basically you want me to drive 40 minutes. Now you want me to drive 40 minutes. And in my mind, I'm like, you know what? This is not right. Something ain't right about this. This is
That's what I was about to ask you. Like,
this is a red flag. Right. This is a red flag. But you know what?
Right.
In my mind, I said, you know what? I am a one and done. I'm a one and done person. And It's like, as soon as you do something that blows me, turn me off, ick me, or irritate me, I just completely cut it off. And my first man was like, just reschedule, tell him you don't want to go.
Right.
Just reschedule. However, I'm like, okay, maybe his communication is wrong. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And like, okay, maybe I'm receiving this the wrong way. Let me humble myself a little bit, or let me be a little more understanding and say, you know what? Let me just see where he's coming from. You know what I mean? So I'm telling him like, okay, well, are you sure it's okay that we go? And he was like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And then I ended up saying, you know what, I'm going to put my feelings to the side because I was going to cancel it. I'm telling y'all, I was going to be like, I'm not going. Just off you basically wanting me to drive further instead of you when you're the one who's supposed to be pursuing me, dude. You know, you the one, you asked for my number, so you supposed to be driving and you supposed to be pursuing me. So I said, you know what, I'm going to just go ahead and give him a fair chance. We went out on a date, and the date was actually pretty okay. You know, it turned out to be okay. And he's willing to travel all the way out here.
Shout outs to my dude. He watching?
He trying to travel again out here.
Professional.
Now he ain't got no problem in coming out here because he like, okay, I actually like her, or she cool or whatever like that. So, you know, I gave him a little grace, and I'm like, I ain't gonna even cancel the date. I'm gonna just go through with it. So, you know, it's just, everything is just a process, y'all. We gotta figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. And I know I'm a one and done type of girl. So back to being a one and done type of girl, I said, let me change that about myself and let me give this guy a little bit more grace and just try to be understanding of what he's saying and just say, you know what, cool. And I did that, and you know, he was cool.
It was cool. Oh, shout outs to y'all. You think he watching? Do you tell him about our podcast and the conversation y'all was having?
I told him about the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, so he probably watching.
Hopefully he don't boy. He was cool though. It was cool.
So I want to say this. You know, this is what I want to say. I think. Do you think that you probably gave him that leeway? You probably don't never really be like that because you liked him. Do you think that's what it is? Like you looked at him and you're like, you know what? We have a chance, so I'm gonna do that. Do you think that's what it was?
Not because I liked him. I did that because I'm working on myself.
Okay.
Because I'm working on myself.
Right.
And usually I would be like, you know what? I ain't going. I don't like the way he say. I don't like what he's saying. I don't like how he coming. You know what I mean? I'm done.
Right.
All right, sir. You missed out. I literally have no tolerance when it comes to men and, you know, their antics.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, you know, I was told that, you know, I got super extra high confidence, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just, you know, kind of calm down. Let me bring myself down a little bit and be a little more understanding and a little more gracious, and try to understand where he was coming from. So I didn't get mad. I just said, forget it. Let me just go on a date and see. So I'm working on myself. You know, I'm just trying to fix those little icks here and there. You know, trying to be a little bit more tolerable.
Ladies, y'all see that? That's what we're talking about. You have to use your logic, and you have to treat every situation differently, and you have to work on yourself. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's all. That's all we be trying to say. You have to work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because when you work on yourself, you know, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have the right situations gravitate towards you, and you're gonna be able to read the signs. But you got to be able to work on yourself. And you did a good thing, and good luck. And I hope everything works out in your favor. Shout outs to you.
Yeah,
my guy, because I know he definitely watching.
Nah, I'm still like, I'm just like, whatever, you know, it's no big deal, because like I think about certain people that, you know, I dealt with, and you know, I'm like 0 tolerance. I would get out of there. I would get out of there on the dude so quick. Like at the smallest sign of disrespect, the smallest sign of you playing with me, I would be gone. Deuces, because I know my worth, I know my value, and I know what I bring. I know what I can provide for you and to you, and how I can help you. So I'm not dealing with none of that. But I'm trying to change a little bit. You know, I'm trying to be better. I want to be better. We got a call coming in.
Right on time.
Get It Off Your Chest podcast.
Hotline, who we got on the phone?
Get It Off Your Chest podcast. Hello? Okay, looks like they disconnected.
Oh, I know what happened
y'all
there.
call in. We're here.
469-796.
6719, right?
There it is.
Y'all know it. Y'all know the number. So yeah, y'all give us a call. We got more topics. I know these topics is good because we spending a lot of time. We ain't got all day. We spending a lot of time on these topics. We're gonna get into the next topic before this other call come back through. This other topic is going to be a gruesome one, real sad. It's about a young kid in Cleveland, a little girl who was almost murdered. Let's get the clip rolling.
She had bruises and blood all over her body. Her eyes was filled with blood. Her lips and mouth was filled with blood. Her nails had dirt, debris of dirt stuck in it.
9-year-old boy, 10-year-old girl facing attempted murder and rape charges. And unfortunately, sadly, you have heard that right.
These kids are accused of violently attacking a little 5-year-old girl. First at 4, Aria Janelle has the beyond disturbing details.
Either way you look at this story, it's just devastating. All 3 people involved in this situation under the age of 11.
I literally saw the worst thing ever.
Antavia Kinnebrew, a mother, heartbroken and pleading for justice. Police say her 5-year-old daughter was beaten, scalped, and sexually assaulted. The people that did it, they believe, are a 9-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl.
I saw my daughter unrecognizable.
Kinnebrew.
And that is heartbreaking. That just crushes me. They say allegedly, it was a 9-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl who did this to this little girl. But to me, it sounds like that was a predator, because what can possess these kids to even think to do something like that? How can a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old even come up with these ideas to pull this girl hair out and stomp her and beat her and sexually assault her with a stick?
That's crazy. I mean, in my experience, when it comes to human development, when it comes to like kids or whatever, when kids that young, when they exhibit that type of behavior, it's learned behavior, because the brain is not developed to act in certain ways just via imagination. It's something that they would have experienced. So I think when you look into that case, I mean, as we delve deeper into it, you're going to see that the families they coming from, the kids who did it at that age, they have been exposed to some nasty stuff, probably had some stuff happen to them as well. And they projecting that behavior on other kids because, you know what I'm saying? But all the way, it's crazy uncomfortable to talk about, because it's like kids involved, all of them.
It is.
So it's nasty. It's
now,
just.
At first, they wasn't charging these 2 kids. Now they're charging these kids. And in my opinion, if this was kids, like I said, I think that was an adult, a predator. They're saying that from their knowledge, they don't even know for sure that these other kids did this, but they're saying that the other kids did this. To me, it sounds like that a predator, an adult person, got a hold to that child. That's what it seems like, because in my mind, me having kids, I can't fathom the fact that these are 2 kids doing this to another kid.
It's crazy.
That doesn't even make sense.
Look at the comments. Holly said, I still don't understand. Maybe the parents should be charged or something.
Right. I feel like if this was... First of all, I want more information on the investigation. How do y'all know it was these kids? Did y'all talk to these kids? Was these kids in interrogation? Did y'all get specialists in to sit down with these children to figure out if these kids did this to this baby? Secondly, if it has been for certain and determined that these young kids did this to this child, I think that they definitely needs to be in some sort of home where they can be, they don't need to be out with regular kids, okay? They don't need to be in regular schools they need to be supervised 24 hours a day by professionals, mental health professionals, spiritual professionals. They don't need to be locked up in like bars and jumpsuits and things like that being that young, but they do need to get those kids some help, professional help. They should not be allowed in normal society with other kids, because if they are that age and they're capable of doing something like that to a little 5-year-old, to anybody, if they're capable of doing something like that one time, they're capable of doing it again. And if they don't get real help, they're going to become some really vicious adults.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's inevitable that the thing is, it's just so happened that it got caught early, but they were definitely going, the old saying, damage people. Right. And I feel like these kids have definitely been through some stuff. That's why they did this. It's all the way sad. You know what I mean? There's no way you can go around and trying to kind of like really, trying to fathom what happened, especially like what, the amount of harm they did, how they did it. It's just really vicious. And I just feel like it's something to where it's something, the law and they putting them behind bars and charging them, but they needs to be some rehabilitation behind that. And they got to look into, into the parents. Like you said, there's going to be a lot to be uncovered when you look into the grown-ups to what made them kids act like that.
Right. Yeah.
Because kids don't just act like that out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They get the influence from something.
Yeah, they need some help. The kids need to be interviewed. The parents need to be interviewed. They need to figure out what is going on because that is absolutely horrifying. Okay, this lady said that they sexually assaulted this baby with a stick, and I don't even want to continue to talk about it because
that's crazy.
It is. That's one of them ones. I have a child around that age, and I'm sure a lot of people have kids around that age, and I couldn't even fathom this happening to my child because I would lose it.
So Holly in the comments said, "What kind of justice would the little girl have?" That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking too.
Right.
Because the kids that did it, the little boys that did it, like we saying,
it was one boy and one girl.
One boy. I'm sorry, the one boy and the one girl. They obviously need rehabilitation or whatever, but what about the little girl? She been victimized, so her life ain't never going to be the same. She need help too.
Yes, she do.
I mean, at the end of the day, they all kids, right?
They all kids.
That's why it's
all kids.
Even difficult
but I
to
feel
talk
like
about
if those kids did do that, if they finished their investigation and those kids actually did do that, they do not need to be in normal society. They do not need to be in normal regular schools with the regular kids. They don't need to be that. They need to be not locked up behind cages and bars, but they need to be in some sort of facility where they can be monitored and helped.
True.
And helped. So
1000%.
Pray for that little girl, y'all. Pray for that little baby. Pray for her healing. This is pray for our world. It is wicked out here. It is wicked and it's scary to see that these kids could even do something like that.
Let me ask you something, Perfection. Do you think there could have been a way that could have been avoided? Do you think? Because I've been struggling with that in my head as a parent, right? Even watching that video with the mother, what would you?
It could have been
how
for the parents. Had the parents had been more responsible, because first of all, you shouldn't even let your kids even out to even be able to take another kid to the woods and do all these things to her. Those kids should have. A 9-year-old and a 10-year-old should not be free to roam and go and collect a whole nother kid, take in the woods and do all that.
That's true.
So I blame the parents. This could have been avoided with proper parenting. People just having these kids and not knowing what to do with them or whatever. That I blame the parents. Those parents should be held accountable. Those parents should be charged as well for child neglect. They should be charged. They need to. The parents need to lose them kids. They don't even need them kids because this is bigger than just kids. The adults need to be held accountable for this as well. Point blank.
True.
Period.
True. I totally I feel like kids should be all the time, most of the time, pretty much be under adult supervision.
We got a comment. It says, maybe they always played in the woods. We played in the woods when we lived in the country. Playing in the woods, that's fine. But when y'all played in the woods in the country, y'all ain't go beat nobody or do those things. To sexually assault somebody with a stick, how do y'all even know to do that? So it's a disgusting story.
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to shed light on it because I hope that those parents need to be held accountable.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
They saying they charging the kids. Oh, 9-year-old, 10-year-old's been charged. Get those parents. Charge the parents too.
Yeah, and it's like we're not happy about it because it's kids, right? So we're not. Oh yeah, they got charged or whatever. Look, what I got to say to that too. You got a little kid. You got kids.
Yes.
Watch your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye on them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got cameras. We got whatever. Get that what they call that little what they sell little what they call tracking devices on Amazon. Throw that in the bag or whatever. You got to always know who they dealing with or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got to do that because, like I always say, it is spooky out here.
It's very
Perfection.
spooky. Stay prayed up, guys.
There it is.
Stay prayed up. We got a comment. It says, "I'm sure Perfection's parents were well teachers." Yeah, they did. They did the best they can. Sometimes parents can only do the best they can.
Right.
The story broke my heart. Yes, it's sad. We're gonna go to the next topic after this really quick. I still don't understand. Maybe these parents should be charged with something. Absolutely, I agree with you, Holly.
B
Kids
said,
deserve.
I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off.
It's okay.
B said, abuse become the abuser. Yeah,
That is
that's what I
true.
said. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree. Kids deserve proper caretakers and not abandonment. Absolutely, because a lot of young parents these days, they do abandon their children, and a lot of these kids don't have the proper caretakers at all. So that's why I say those kids need to be taken away from whatever household they're living in if they're capable of doing something like that. I bet this is most likely going to be tied to violent video games or something like GTA. Most of these kids are addicted nowadays. I agree with that. I do agree with that, guys. Pray for the youth, okay? Pray for our babies. Pray for your children every day. Ask God to protect them coming and going and things like that as they're becoming more independent and, you being a parent and having to let them into the real world. So that's some of the things I struggle with on a daily basis.
Right.
So, yes, I pray for that family. So we're going to move on to our last topic because it doesn't look like we're gonna get any more calls. Everybody is tuning in the chat, so shout out to y'all in the chat. We are definitely reading y'all comments. We going over time, but we do got one more topic, Manya, and we're gonna let you choose this topic because we got two options. So, Manya, you take us in the last topic.
Okay, so the last topic that we're gonna talk about, fellas, a topic for us: the complications of being a stepfather. How y'all feel about that? I feel like
come on with it.
I feel like it's really complicated being a stepfather because you're dealing with a lady who you love. And you caught up in between whether you a boyfriend, a husband, or whatever, and you dealing with these kids, but your emotions gonna be all over the place, especially when it comes to things like disciplining the kids, right? Because you stepping over, eggshells, because how you discipline the kid, if it was your kid, you could go all out and say, I don't want you to do this, and you could be as assertive and as stern as you can, but because you're dealing with stepkids, you don't want to step over dude. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be caught up in the middle. It's a lot of emotions that come with that. You can't always go all the way with different things. So I feel like it's a lot of complications with that. And if y'all split up and you had a bond with these kids and all of a sudden you cut off from these kids who ain't had nothing to do with you being there, not being there in the first place. So it's a lot of complications that I read somewhere that some men are like, well, they skeptical when they meet somebody with kids and they're like, I don't want to have to go through that. So I wanted to talk about that. I know how you feel about that.
Yeah, and I can understand why guys why would it would be harder on guys than women with being a step parent, because it's like being a stepfather is like, you got to worry about the person you're with and them being able to trust you to raise a child that's not yours. We have a call coming in. Get It Off Your Chest podcast.
Hotline, who we got on the phone?
This is me.
Hey, me.
It's my birthday.
Happy
It's
birthday,
my birthday.
honey.
Happy birthday.
What you got for me? What you got for me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Happy birthday. Happy
birthday. I can't sing or nothing, but happy birthday. Shout outs to you.
Y'all sing happy birthday for?
Happy
birthday to It's Libra season.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
You got a cash app. We can maybe drop your cash app on here.
Drop a little something on the cash app.
What's your cash app?
Big Bow 8.
What is it?
It's Big Bow 8.
Big Val 8. BIGVAL 8. The number 8, y'all.
8.
Make sure y'all cash
out.
No,
that's not. No, wait. That's not it though. Let me see what it is.
Come on. We trying to get it on and popping.
Shout out to my birthday mama. Shout out to my birthday mama.
There it is.
Shout out to my birthday mama. Mama, you tuning in?
Yeah, I'm tuning in.
You tuning?
Wonder why you ain't saying happy birthday to me on your iPad.
Girl, I text you happy birthday. Who gave you the number? Who gave my mama the number to call in?
Shout out to Mama Perfection right there.
And you better believe it, Mama Perfection 8.
Period.
Mama, I'm gonna ask you this, Mama, since you're on the phone. Please,
Yeah.
can you give us some relationship advice?
What about it to get married?
Put God first. Put God first.
Mama, give the people some advice. Do you?
Mama was talking there.
If a person never been married, okay, is it a certain age where marriage no longer makes sense? Like if a woman gets 50, 60, 70, should she just give up on ever getting married?
Why? Who's that like?
Why?
Yeah.
Mama said, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Because I didn't agree with that. Hello? We're playing on my phone. Playing on my phone. Shout out to my mama. Today my mama's birthday, y'all.
All right, y'all. I got company. I have to talk to y'all later. Thanks for birthday.
All right, Mama, you hold it down. Enjoy your birthday now, Mama.
That's Carungible.
Okay.
Carungible, I'm blaming you, okay? I'm blaming Carungible because he told me it seems like profession parents raised her right. I'm blaming you.
Hey, shout outs to
Mama to call in.
Shout outs to Mama Ben right there. It's her birthday.
Yeah, it's her birthday.
We appreciate you.
Shout out to my mama. Yes.
There it is.
Yes. So back to the topic about the step
Yeah, you
parents.
were cooking. You were cooking. Mm-hmm.
About the parents, I mean, not the step parents. Yeah, I do
Right.
think it is a lot complicated for men than women because, it's like a lot of women don't really trust no man to be, I guess, disciplining their kids. Even though this is the man you love, I feel like women are less likely to be comfortable with letting a man discipline their kids, be alone with their kids,
Right.
change their kids' diapers, So I can see how it can be complicated for a stepfather over a stepmother. I've been a stepmother before, very young age, by the way. And it wasn't so bad, it wasn't so bad. I still have to deal with certain things here and there, but it's not as bad as being a stepfather. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know how I am. I'm iffy with my kids, and it would take somebody to because I don't really whoop my kids or beat them or talk crazy to them. So of course I'm not gonna allow somebody. Yeah, I'm not gonna allow somebody else to do that. So it can be complicated.
It can become. I'm glad you agree because there's this nuances in between to where you might not necessarily whoop your kids. I'm sorry, and then you get into a relationship with somebody who maybe does not whoop their kids, but maybe he a little bit extra stern with his words, and you feel like he going too much with his how he disciplined the kids, and you may be like, oh, hold on, you know what I'm saying? And as a man, you feel like every time you want to move how you want to move as a man and not be questioned, that can get in the way and that can make things complicated. And if the kid's father's still in the picture and he feel a certain way about your presence or how you do certain things, even though he's not living in the household with you, it can make things complicated to where you don't want to step a homeboy's shoes because that is the biological father. And he in their lives. He may not be 100% in their lives, but they have communication with him. You discipline kids and they're going to, to their father talking about, oh, this dude told me how, to do this. And he could tell them, nah, don't believe that. I want you to do this instead. And it puts you in a predicament to where it's like your emotions and everything could be out of whack because, so it's a complicated situation to where sometimes when you trying to deal with somebody and they got kids and maybe their kids is a little young as a dude, you kind of think twice. Do I really want to get into that situation? Because, you're going to be dealing with male energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To say the least, testosterone.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? You're going to be dealing with another dude in a relationship and the dynamic is not as simple as, what you think it is. So I just want to put it out there.
My final take on that topic is shout out to all the stepfathers. Shout out to all the stepmothers. Keep doing what y'all doing. If you're not able to deal with what comes with taking on somebody else's children, then find someone who don't got them.
True.
find you someone who don't got them, maybe that ain't the one for you. But shout out to those who are standing on business, who are taking care of another man's or another woman's children and doing it to the best of their ability and actually taking care of those kids and have their best interest at heart. So shout out to those. But before we end our live, we want to say rest in peace to a R&B legend.
Tell about my brown sugar. That's why you got the brown.
Yes,
that's why you got the brown right there.
Rest in peace to D'Angelo.
Yeah.
This story is sad. I love D'Angelo. I loved watching D'Angelo back in '93 on the box. Okay,
I know the video. I know the video that y'all ladies like.
Yeah, you know that video.
Everybody know that video.
Yes, and the sad part about it is we just lost Angie Stone in the beginning of this year. That was sad. They have a child together. They lost both parents.
He musical as hell too.
Yes, absolutely.
He definitely
musical,
do his
R&B geniuses. I pray for the child. I can empathize with how hard it may be. To lose both parents in 1 year. I love D'Angelo. I love Angie Stone. And I hope that they can meet again in heaven,
For sure.
I feel like they had a strong bond. I feel like they had a strong spiritual love for one another.
Yeah.
And even though he died of cancer, I do feel like Angie's death did take a toll on him as well. We didn't see it, obviously, because he kept everything private. But I do feel like Angie's death took a toll on him. So rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to Angie Stone. And prayers up for their family, loved ones, and their children.
Yes.
That seemed like that may be our time.
Maybe our time. Shout outs to what we have here. Give them the website.
Yes.
Give them the website
for
the candles.
Perfect Ion Collection. Okay, perfect-ioncollection.com. Make sure y'all go and check out some of our fall candles. We got little pumpkins and leaves inside of those. And then we have some pumpkin spice candles. So make sure y'all go and shop. Shout out to everybody who's already shopped.
Shout outs to y'all.
And of course, we do have Mayun's Shadow Outlines book and his clothing brand. Dude, I complimented him on his shirt today.
Yeah.
Look at his shirt. Isn't that so cute?
I like this.
That is so cute. Let the people see it, Mayan.
Y'all like this?
Yes.
So that's the gold. I don't know if the camera can pick it up with the Army Fatigue green.
Yeah.
Got a little detail on the sleeve
Come on,
right here.
Mayan.
You know what I'm talking about? So y'all can get that on the Instagram, Spell Clothing. Y'all can get the book on Amazon. And if you got something you want to promote, get in touch. And we could probably take that because we want to promote each other. And, on top of everything else, we really rock with y'all. And thank y'all for subscribing to the show and everything.
Shout out to Mama Perfection for calling in. Shout out to Mama Perfection. Today her birthday.
Shout out, happy birthday.
That's the woman who's molded me to the woman I am today. Of course.
Shout out to Mama Bear.
Happy birthday. And make sure y'all cash out my mama, okay? Cash out my mama. My mama turned 66 today. Is it 66?
How you do that? Mama? How you do that, Mama Bear? She gonna call in.
And she's still married.
Still married.
To my father.
Oh, yeah.
They've been married for almost 40 years, I want to say.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she's going to be. My mom is 66, yes. She's been married to my mom for my dad for 42 years.
Oh, that's what's
a long
up.
time.
I love Black Love. Hey, shout out to you.
They've been married for 42 years.
42 years.
My mama ain't 66. She's 64. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, happy birthday, Mommy. I love you. Y'all cash out. Oh, wait, we got a call? Wait, but
we squeeze that in.
Let's
take that.
Get it off your chest podcast.
Who got on the phone?
This is Big Val calling back here. Now, look, I've been married to my husband for 43 years, and I turned 64 today.
Oh,
64. So I don't want you to be trying to say I'm 66, even though I might get
a couple years off. That's all right, though.
Don't be doing mama like that,
I
man.
ain't. That's I'm 64 and she been married to her husband.
I've been 20 years old. Me and my husband has been married since we were 20.
Man.
Yeah.
So, yes.
That is
that's
beautiful,
right.
beautiful.
Yes.
We love to see that. We love
so
Black
like
Love.
I say, as long as you got God person in your life, everything else is like a domino effect.
Absolutely.
You know,
Wow.
you have to pray about a lot of things in life and everything else. The main thing is keep prayer first. You know.
Amen.
Yeah.
Right.
Amen.
That's
Well,
what's
y'all
up.
Yeah.
make sure y'all going to show Mama Perfection some love
Oh.
at Val Burks 8 on the Cash App.
Mama, you gotta
It's
call
dollar
in.
sign. It's dollar sign Val Burks
We
8.
know. We know. Everybody
Oh,
know.
yeah. All right. All right, then. I'm enjoying this here conversation with you guys.
Okay.
Hello?
Thank you
Okay,
for
y'all
the
still on?
last words,
Thank you
Miss
for the last words.
Okay,
And
and I'll
every
tap
time we
in.
call,
I'll
every
tap
time,
in next Thursday.
All right, next
Mama,
Thursday.
and every time we talk about relationships, please could you chime in and give us some advice?
Okay. Well, you know, I've been giving people advice all my life, but you can give people advice, they still gonna go by their own understanding because
Yeah.
everybody just don't listen. But nowadays things are not like they used to be.
Yeah.
You know, it's too much clashing and people just ain't gonna listen to you on how you run yours. The main thing is most people have to do what they think best for their own relationship because if I gave you something to do and you did it my way, don't mean it's gonna turn out. And if it don't turn out, it'll be like, oh, I listened to her. So most people are gonna do their own relationship the way they want to. Then they can't be they can only be accountable for their own decisions that they make.
Period.
Instead of saying pointing fingers. Because a lot of days everything is pointing fingers, you know, or everybody don't want to be accountable for what they do in life.
Period.
They want to
Clock
put their accountability in somebody else's lap.
Clock it.
See, you see, it's like this here, you follow the truth.
Follow
Number
the
one, you
truth.
always have to follow the truth. You know, if you ain't following the truth, then you're going to be following the wrong way down the road because the truth is what's going to set us all free. And we know what the truth is.
Yes, we know.
You know, so
like
people
that.
they want to follow somebody else that might not be telling the truth to make this person or that person feel better for themselves. No, the truth is because God see everything. He see it all. You can't hide from him. That's for sure.
Amen. Amen. All right, Mama.
Yeah.
All right, Mama.
All right.
Well,
I
we
gotta
love
go.
you.
We appreciate you, Mama.
Appreciate you for calling and enjoy
Okay.
your birthday.
All right. That's what I'm finna do. Go to sleep.
Okay.
I'll talk to
all
y'all
right
later.
now. Watch out there now.
Okay.
What's
Okay. God bless y'all. Okay.
Wow.
All right, y'all. So as y'all can see, we never know what we gonna get on Get It Off Your Chest podcast, girls. I don't know who they told my mama to call in, but that's all right. You know, that's all right. She got us together. And I guess, Mayan, that's our time. You got anything else you want to add to these folks?
We love y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.
Catch y'all on the next one. Peace, y'all.